Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is part three of finding the right cocktail. In this episode, we're going to talk about the second medication that my psychiatrist prescribed for me. And I'm going to tell you the effects it had on me and how I handled it. Welcome to the channel. If you suspect that you are having neurodivergent symptoms, this channel is for you. If you suspect that your child is displaying neurodivergent symptoms, this channel is for you. I want you to be inspired to claim your diversity, claim your neurodivergent, your neurodiversity. Be okay with being diverse. And let's get into the video. Okay, so the third medication that I was prescribed was for anxiety and panic attacks. I had major anxiety. And the reason why is because there were so many things going on in my life. I was in a dead end job. I, um, before I started, branching out, but I was feeling like I'm a failure because I hadn't reached the peak, the pinnacle of my career. And I had a goal of how much money I wanted to make at a certain age and what my life would look like at that age. And it just didn't look like that. At the time, I would work like crazy and take a lot of months off, but I wasn't going on vacations. Of course, I did the following years, but at the time I wasn't. So I was just getting up and going through the motions. And then my job was extremely toxic. I work in the emergency room, and the toxicity is encouraged, and you just couldn't win. You do exactly what you're supposed to do. It's a problem. You don't do what you're supposed to do. It's a problem. And I had never worked in an environment like that was so toxic. I mean, sometimes I felt like I was in a soap opera. Everyone was always concerned about drama and getting everyone inside their drama. What is she wearing? Who is she flirting with? Why is he smiling, at her? Are they seeing each other? Oh my gosh, isn't he married? I mean, the nurses were always getting in trouble for not dedicating enough time to patient care, and I see why, and they wonder why, which of course I look at them as if they're crazy, because how could you wonder why when you're spending too much time, doing nonsense? And if you did not join in on the gossip, on the bullying, now you became the target, right? You were a problem because now you're making everyone face their reality that they're toxic. And so that gave me major anxiety. Plus, the pay was crappy, right? I hated the pay. I didn't feel like for what I did, I was getting paid enough. So I had so much anxiety. And it's easy to say, don't take your work home. But I did. I mean, I did feel relieved when I walked through those double doors. But I still felt anxiety because I know I had to go back the next day. So my heart was always racing. I always felt uncomfortable. I was always fidgeting and either being too quiet or talking too much. And you can see the worry on my face. Someone that's always worried about what's going to happen and what's happening in their life. You can clearly see that on my face. And there were other times where my patience was just short. I just did not have the time nor the capacity to deal with anyone. So I had that resting, face that says, I dare you. I dare you. I wish you would. I dare you. Right? I am going to jump on you so quick. I dare you. And I'm going to hit below the belt. I wish. you would. I wish a MF would, right? So there are days where my anxiety just turned into, well, it would have turned into anger, but when people saw the look on my face, they backed off, right? And so I was really happy that my psychiatrist prescribed buspirone because it really helped with preventing the anxiety. It's a long acting, and it's an extended release, which means it lasts throughout the day and sometimes even the night. And I can tell that it was working because when I felt anxious, I wasn't that anxious compared to when I wasn't on medication, right? And it also controlled my anxiety because I would feel anxious throughout the day. And when I started taking lamotrigine, I felt less of that. Um, I well, I'll talk about that in other videos. The effect it had on me when I started taking other prescriptions along with, lamotrigine and buspirone. But in this video, we're just talking about the effects of buspirone had on me. So at this moment in time, I'm taking two medications during the day. I'm taking lamotrigine for mood, and I took that twice a day, and I'm taking buspirone um, for anxiety. Not, I mean, I say panic attacks, but it was really mostly for anxiety. And I really liked the cocktail that I was given. Um, I felt good, I felt at ease, and I was able to calmly get things done at work and at home. And I didn't like the third medication that he prescribed for me, and I'll get, you know in more depth about that in episode 3 and the effects it had on me. But for now, this is the end of episode 2, finding the right cocktail. And this one was about the effects that buspirone had on me. So thanks, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.